Hi everyone, I'm Stacy, the 911 Stitcher. Welcome to my channel about cross stitch and crafting. Today is Thursday, September 16th, 2021, and this is video number 74. Welcome back everybody. As you know, the last 2 weeks have been pretty cray-cray. Lots of traveling for me, and I'll tell you more about that in a few minutes. But welcome everybody, I'm so glad you're here. And a hello to all of you that are new to my channel. I talk all about cross stitching and sometimes I talk about quilting. Today I'm going to talk a little bit about just a small part about crochet, a couple projects that I'm going to be working on or am working on, and lots of cross stitching. So enjoy the video. I'm located here in Southern California. Today is such a nice day. It's finally not as hot as it has been. Hopefully we're looking towards some cooler weather. And it doesn't usually start cooling down till after Halloween. So today's a good day. It was overcast when I took Max to the park. We've been going a lot to the dog park where he can just run out his puppyhood and run his legs off. He's doing great. He is going back to school October 24th. Here's a picture of him here. This was taken from our walk this morning. He's doing great on a leash. He has a few little issues, especially when he's distracted, so he is going to go back to school for more advanced obedience training. He's now 6 months old and he's doing great. Everything here at home is doing great. I've gotten some really good news. I had a mammogram. I'm always concerned because sometimes I have found a few lumps in the past, years ago. So mammograms always kind of scare me a little bit. So I got great news, nothing showing, and I have no family history of cancer, but they still kind of scare me a little bit, especially since I have found lumps in the past, which turned out to be nothing. My husband was having some stomach problems. We were able to get him in for a colonoscopy, and he got good news as well. No cancer, no anything. He had a few things removed and biopsied, which were negative. So we've gotten great news health-wise. A lot of people have asked how my knee is doing after that big surgery I had a few months back. I'm doing pretty good. I still have my days where I'm real swollen. When I was in New York last week, I walked too much and I really paid for it. I'm only allowed to walk 1 mile, and anything more than that, it's hard for me. They don't want to put too much stress on the new cadaver graft that I got, and I've already had a graft failure. So I'm a little bit high risk when it comes to that, and I'm just trying to take it easy. But everything's going good. So far I can walk, and like I said, today I took Max to the dog park and had no problems. So I have to wear a big sports brace, but I'm okay with that. As long as I can toot around town and take Max for walks, I'm happy. So 2 weeks. I haven't seen you guys for a regular YouTube video in a couple weeks because I went to Phoenix, Arizona for summer school. There is a video, it is video number 72, where I talk about that. If you like samplers and you love to stitch samplers, that's definitely a not to miss video. I got a lot of comments. I got a lot of great emails about summer school. We don't know when signups are. It is basically first come, first serve. So I had no intention of getting accepted because it's pretty hard to get into, and I was so thrilled when they did call my name. So I don't know yet when signups are. That won't be until next year. Just keep an eye on the Attic Needlework shop in Phoenix for their newsletter that comes out every month. They might have more information the closer that it gets, but I know it's not going to be until next year for signups. The New Jersey Needle Fest was a blast. I flew to New Jersey and then I came home. I spent 4 more days in New York. I had a great time. Again, I did a little bit too much walking and I paid for it. You know, if you've ever been to New York, you know the streets, the distance between the streets aren't that far. So you are walking and you think, oh, I haven't gone that far. Well, I went and turned my app on my phone to see how far I was walking. And I get distracted. You know, I saw bookstores I wanted to go to. I wanted to visit NYU and walk around the campus. I wanted to see certain things. So as you're walking and the streets come so quickly because they're very short, it's like by the time I looked down, I thought, I'm getting really tired. And my leg is like swollen, and I looked down and I've walked over 4 miles. So that was not good that I did that, but I mean, I was just so distracted. Squirrel! New shop! I gotta go visit there. So it was lots of fun. I did get out the day of the storm. They had a really crazy storm come in. It was pouring down rain when I left, and they canceled flights shortly after my plane departed. So I got really lucky as far as that goes. But thank you guys. I know Kenna had asked, she sent me an email, asked how I was, if I was able to make it out of there before the storm. But no, it was storming when I left, but I made it home that day. Okay, let's talk about the two videos. I wanted to explain, I try really hard and I got no negative comments. I just wanted to explain that when I was in New Jersey, the store is real, the walls are a little bit, not the walls, but the displays are close. So I felt like that video was a little wobbly and I kind of apologize for that, but I can't back up. There was no way for me to back up to get it more things in the screen, I guess I should say. So things are a little up close if you take a look at the last video that I filmed at Needleworkers Delight. It's a great video and the shop is wonderful. We talked about this on that video. Go back and watch number 73. Also, I encourage you, if you think about ordering, I have strongly suggest a call first. I explained it all in my last video. I don't think I would order fabric without calling first to see what the status of it is. Comments. I got good comments and some negative comments about the ordering from the store. So take a look at some of the comments from the last video and just kind of see what people's opinions are. I did get some good ones, but I have had a good experience and I've had a not so good experience. So it's up to you if you want to try ordering, but again, I would strongly suggest if you're interested in the fabric, calling first. Not everybody has the opportunity like I did to walk into the shop and say, hey, can I get a refund on this order because it didn't arrive. And I was fortunate to be able to do that, but there's no doubt in my mind, all I had to do is go through my credit card company and do the same thing. So again, I am not going to order unless I call first. Now, if you attend one of their retreats, Needleworkers Delight has wonderful retreats. I can't say enough good about them when it comes to their retreats. So check them out on their website. That's been a common question I've been asked is, how do you hear about these retreats? Are there any in Ohio? Are there any in New York? What I do is I watch on Instagram and on Facebook. I have joined designers' pages. So like, for instance, Rosewood Manor. For instance, I have joined Karen Kluba's Facebook page to see when she goes off to retreats, if she goes, and I'm just using her as an example. I can't even think if she said she was going to be at Needlework Galleria this year, which is in St. Charles, Missouri, just outside of St. Louis. They're having that. It's for everyone. Everyone is involved. I encourage you to stop by because it's going to be a lot of fun. And it sounds like there's going to be a lot of great designers there. But anyway, going back to following Facebook pages, Instagram pages, I follow store, like for instance, Hobby House in New York. I follow them on Facebook, and if they have a retreat, I don't know if they do or not. Again, an example. It's going to show on their Facebook page or their website. So check out store websites. Needleworkers Delight has several retreats on the East Coast. Look at the bottom. You'll see the ones that are coming up. Follow on Instagram and Facebook different designers. Like say you have a favorite designer, sometimes they mention going to a retreat. And like I said, stores. I'm trying to think of some more that I follow that has had mentioned retreats. Quilter Station, I know they are getting ready to do newsletters, I believe. I sent an email to be part of their newsletter or their email list. They just recently had a really nice retreat in Missouri. So I don't know of any on the West Coast. I think there's some in Las Vegas coming up. I know Priscilla and Chelsea were going to come to one soon. It was sometime maybe next year, beginning of next year. I don't know. But what I'm going to do on my YouTube channels, if I can, let you know ahead of time when I hear about retreats. I will let you know ahead of time if I can catch it in time. Same with stitch-alongs. People have asked, hey, how do you hear about stitch-alongs? And where can I go to find information on stitch-alongs? Again, follow your favorite designers. They mention them all the time. Follow Fat Quarter Shop. I know they have 2 Instagram pages. I think one is for quilting, one is for cross stitch. Follow them, and they mention stitch-alongs all the time. And again, I'm going to try and let you guys know when I hear about stitch-alongs as well. which I'm going to mention in a few minutes. So let's talk about cross-stitching news. I wanted to mention the Barbara Anna Stitch Along, which started yesterday. Now you're going to go to Creative Poppies. That's the name of their, I'm going to link that down below. That's where you're going to go for the Witchy Dreams Mystery Stitch Along. I'm going to show a picture that they posted, which doesn't show much because it's a mystery. You're going to get 3 parts. It costs $7.99 in US dollars, and it's released every 2 weeks. The new pattern for that is going to be released every 2 weeks. There's 14 DMC colors. So again, go to Creative Poppies. You'll see Witchy Dreams Mystery Stitch Along by Barbara Anna Designs. Check it out. Sounds like a lot of fun. And it said September 15th, October 1st, and October 15th is when you'll get your pattern or your area of the chart to fill in for the Mystery Stitch Along. So you'll get your new pattern that day. And it says download your chart each month in the SAL, Stitch Along subscriptions section on Creative Poppies. So it doesn't sound like it's something that's emailed to you. It sounds like you have to go to the website and download it from there. I've never ordered from Creative Poppies, so I'm not sure how that goes. But so that started yesterday. Another stitch along that sounds like a lot of fun is the one by Fat Quarter Shop called Autumn Stitchtober 2021 Mystery Autumn Beauties Pattern. This one is 5 parts and it starts October 1st. Kimberly has a blog. It's called Jolly Jabber Blog, which I'll list down below, and look for the Mystery 2021 Autumn Beauties pattern. Now, you order it from the Fat Quarter Shop. Again, it starts October 1st. She says you'll receive a new pattern each week via email. So it comes to you. Fall-inspired sunflowers, pumpkins, and a mischievous crow. Now that sounds interesting to me. And it has everything I like, so I might do this one. DMC or Classic Colorworks is your choice. You can also order a project bag to go with it, and or a sunflower needle minder. Now you don't have to get, that's just extras. So anyway, Fat Quarter Shop Mystery Autumn Beauties Stitch Along starts October 1st. I'm going to link it down below so you can click on it. I have news for myself. Remember Luna? I'll show a picture here, my Mirabilia, and A Perfect World by Scarlet House. The 2 big finishes that I had that have been sitting in a drawer are off to the finisher, to the framer. I'm so excited, yay! I sent them to Utah. They are both on their way. Actually, they both arrived. And now she told me that they are running behind. I sent them to the Jill Rensel Studios in Utah. They do gorgeous framing, amazing. So I can't wait to see what these 2 look like. And she said they are running behind, probably not going to see these again for about 5 or 6 months, which is okay with me. They've been sitting in a drawer. really. I'm totally okay with 4 to 6 months, I think is what they said. So anyway, I'll let you know the process. They're going to send me some pictures on some ideas of what they have. And so I'm excited to see that. Let's talk about some crochet news for a minute, which I'm dying to get my hands on. It is the Yuletide blanket. Now, if you guys follow Attic 24, you guys know that I'm actually stitching or crocheting Meadow Blanket by Attic 24. I'll show a picture here. It's actually almost done. I'm about 3/4 of the way done. I got a lot of it done the last 2 days, and I'm not going to show it to you until it's done. So just the picture I posted here. And anyway, Lucy is with Attic 24. She has a blog, which I'll list down below. She offers free crochet patterns. They're beautiful. And she has so many of them. There's a bunch of them to choose from. But her newest one came out yesterday, I believe. Yesterday or the day before, called Yuletide. Here's a picture. Now, you get the kit from Wool Warehouse in the United Kingdom. Now you're probably thinking, well, I'm in the US or I'm in Canada. That sounds expensive. If you can believe this, I went to Michael's and checked, and I also watched Jen from Jen's Stitching Niche. She had done a blanket many, many months before, and she had said when she kitted it up, she printed the pattern from Attic 24. Again, it's free. Lucy does this for free. She gives us this beautiful pattern. She had went to Michael's, our local craft shop, priced the yarn, got the yarn, bought it, and it was expensive. The second blanket she got, she ordered from Wool Warehouse in the UK. It was less expensive with shipping to get all this beautiful yarn in a great big bag full of yarn for your project. So I'm going to go ahead. I went to Michael's the other day and looked around and thought, you know, if I kit this up with 15 or so different balls of yarn, it's going to be this much. And I thought Wool Warehouse's prices were much better. And they ship quick. They're awesome service. So check them out if you're interested in a free pattern. That's through Attic24 blog. Print the pattern and then get the actual kit from Wool Warehouse, which I'll link down below. So if you go there and you're looking for the Yuletide blanket, which just came out a couple days ago, it's not there. It's out of stock, but that's temporary. Lucy said that Wool Warehouse is going to be getting more kits, so don't worry, it will be available. You can put your email online and have them respond to you when the kits come in, and then order one. It's going to be a lot of fun. Now, looking at this blanket, you'll notice it's a square. It goes around and around like the shape of a square. She posted on her blog, not everyone likes the squares, so she said to use any random stripe blanket on her blog, print it out, and you can also crochet it using a striped blanket pattern. So in case you don't like the square, you can always use it as a striped blanket, which I might do. I really like the striped blankets, the looks of them. So anyway, she said that use one of her striped blankets with the color pack. Remember the treble stitch, which is located, if you print her patterns, they're from the United Kingdom. So when you read it, if you're here in the United States or in Canada, then you're going to see the word treble stitch. It is not a treble stitch. It's actually, you need to convert it. Just think in your mind, it's a double crochet. So just keep that in mind when you see the pattern. When she mentions treble, for us, it's a double crochet. She says, this pretty blanket, the design was inspired by colors, scents, and tastes of Yuletide season, such as oranges, gingerbread, spices, mulled wine, candlelight, fairy lights, and a crackling open fire, pine, holly, ivy, eucalyptus, and berries. All these colors are all these things that she's mentioned, the gingerbread, the oranges, and the spices are her influences or her thoughts to making this blanket. So I thought that was really neat. And when you look at the blanket, you can really see what she's talking about, because I see that too when I look at it. Okay, let's talk about giveaways. 3 videos back, we had a giveaway from Rainbow Hedgehog on Etsy. She was so nice to offer 2 people her PDF file of golden birds. I'm going to show it here. So check out on Etsy, Rainbow Hedgehog, if you're interested in this pattern. Print it out. It's super easy. It's a great price, and she's wonderful. And I think I've mentioned in the past, she had some really neat thread drops where you keep your thread on that were really pretty. And I thought she had fabric as well. I didn't check today to see what she had available, but she had some beautiful dyed fabric as well. So the 2 winners for for Golden Birds, the beautiful chart that I just showed, Wanda Greer, you're the winner. And we also have AVS 84 in Australia. You're also a winner. So both of you email me. I have my email down below. It's stacer5@aol.com. Send me an email. I'm going to pass along your email address to her, to Rainbow Hedgehog, so that way she can, Anna is her name. That way she can send you the chart. And congratulations, you guys. Thank you again so much, Anna, for offering this chart as a giveaway. I appreciate it, and everyone just loved your chart so much. And one other bit of news I wanted to mention. I just got my Punch Needle and Primitive Stitcher magazine just yesterday or the day before. So if you have not got yours yet, you know how the mail is. Be patient, because these are arriving now to us. I talked to Deb for almost a half hour on the phone, and she said that she has recently switched over to a new computer system Now, I had paid for 2 years, but I got a notice inside my magazine that I was due to pay. So I called, and she called me right back. Just leave her a message. Sometimes I guess those didn't carry over. Those who paid for a 2-year subscription, it didn't carry to the new computer system. So all I did was call and it was easy to get figured out, and it was no problem at all. I've heard a friend of mine is having problems with her online subscription, and I'm wondering if it also isn't related to this new online computer system that she switched to. So give her a call, and if you get a machine, just leave a message. She'll call you back. Or you can send her an email, and she'll get back to you. But anyway, these were just now arriving in the mail for subscribers. Mine came just a few days ago, and it's beautiful. This magazine, I'll tell you what, is one of the greatest. Look at him. He is so cool. Is one of the coolest magazines. It's both cross stitch and it's punch needle, which I do. I love punch needle. In fact, I just realized I forgot. I've made a lot of progress on my last punch needle, and I forgot to bring it. I'll show it next time. So punch needle and primitive stitcher. It is cross stitch and punch needle. It's fabulous. So you'll see down here, here's a cross stitch. Here's a punch needle. It looks like cross stitch, Priscilla and Chelsea. It's a fantastic magazine. I love it. Let's talk about what I've been working on. I have a finish. Yay! The Scarlet House. When I went to summer school in Phoenix, we were gifted this. It's the summer school box. Here's what it looks like. I put my initials here, and I started it at summer school, and I now have a finish. This box has been so handy. I don't know if you can tell, but it's a little box that we were gifted that you put this on top if you want to, or you can make it into a little pillow. And I have put my 103 spools inside the box, and it holds all of them really nice. Here's the inside of the box. If you glue these two pictures inside, you can decorate the inside of the box. But anyway, I put all my spools in there, and so this is my finish. How cute is that? So again, this is on, I believe it was 40 count. I used the spools of thread that are silk that came with the kit. So we were gifted from Tanya, the Scarlet House, a full kit with the spools of silk thread. Now, I'm not overly crazy about using this on 40 because I like a really good coverage. This looks great. It's very pretty, but I think that I would use this maybe on a higher count, and it's all about preference. 40 count, obviously, this is what this is. It looks great, but I think I like the coverage a little bit better on, say, a 46 count, so that way it covers the fabric a little bit more. But anyway, this is my finish, and I'm thrilled with it. It reminds me of summer school. The one thing that I did change was this bottom part right here. If you can see that, was a golden, like a yellow color, and it blended in too much with the fabric, so you could not see that bottom part. So what I did is I just put the pink, just like I did at the top flowers. So I did change that so you can see it a little bit better. Anyway, that's my finish for this week. This cute little cross stitch came with a retreat from Acorns and Threads. They're another one that you should follow on Facebook or Instagram, or their newsletter actually. If you send them your email, they will add you to the email list of, and every month or two they send out an email listing their retreats that are coming up. So there's another idea of how to find out about retreats. So they had a virtual one, I think it was last year, Gathering of Nuts is what it was called, and they gave out a little pattern, and for the life of me, I can't remember the designer's name. If I think about it, I'll add it here, but I can't remember her name. But isn't this adorable? It's a little stand, like a flat fold, and it's got a little acorn up here. Isn't that cute? Now my finisher, her name is Kathy. She has had some very serious flooding going on in her home, so I have not passed on her name as far as sharing information about her name, because I know how overwhelmed she was her finishing is gorgeous. So if I hear from Kathy that it's okay to give out her name, I will. But right now, she's dealing with some terrible flooding that happened in her home. So anyway, I wanted to show this and tell you who did it, and that it just came out so cute. Something so simple as this little cross stitch and made into a flat fold. So this gives you an idea of what you can do with your cross stitches when you finish them. But how that is so perfect, the acorn, because it is called Gathering of Nuts. That was the name of the retreat. So that's a finish I wanted to show. Okay, what else have I been working on? There are 2 new starts, and you're probably going, oh my God, she doesn't need any more new starts. 2 new starts, but they're really small. Because I finished my small, you guys know that I work on really, really big projects, but I like having something small to make like ornaments for my tree. As you can see, I have 1 Halloween decoration here. I have more, I just haven't put them on yet, but I did put my stocking up, but I want to make more decorations. So because I finished that one, I decided to go ahead and start, or no, I finished the summer school project. I decided to start 2 more small ones and work on those, as well as the big giant projects that I'm always working on. So this is a market release that I just got. I think it was released a while ago, but there's Bristol Berries 1, 2, and 3. I started one of the ones inside here, which is this one, I think, with the house. Bristol Berries 1. Is this the one that I started? Yes, that's the one right here. So it says Bristol on the top. It's got the little house, and this is my start. Not much of a start. I just started it last night. So I think that's really pretty. I used Cranberry Belsois silk, and this is on 40 count Cafe LA, and I don't know who that's by. But anyway, here's my little start. Not much to look at, but you can see I started at the top of the house. So anyway, it's going to be a really cute little strawberry, and then eventually I might stitch it just like that as well. So that's one start. The next start that I'm working on, oh, here's what the Belsois Cranberry looks like. Isn't that beautiful? This is actually my favorite silk, is the Cranberry by Belsois. I think I got it off of 1, 2, 3 Stitch. They have some good prices. And that was one start that I did that was small. The other one that I started that's small, well, it's kind of a medium. It's not tiny. This is a stitch along with Sandy and Denise, and we are stitching together on There's No Place Like Home for the Holidays. Now, I didn't care for the green too much. I decided to switch to a gray. This is by Country Cottage Needleworks, and it's been a lot of fun so far. I decided to go for more of like a bluish, grayish kind of color. So this is my progress so far. I'm using DMC. Not much of a start, but it's getting there, and it's going to be a lot of fun. I can't wait to, I'm going to probably work on that this week, and I'll have more progress for you next time. The next one that I worked on was Strawberry Farm by Kure Ibatakure. This one, I'm almost done with the house. I worked on this while I was in Phoenix, and the colors on this are so beautiful. I'm using DMC. They're a little scraggly looking, but you can see these gorgeous DMC colors. I like that blue back there, that turquoise. So Strawberry Farm is coming along really well. This is what it looks like. So again, I started that house. These colors are what really attracted me to this chart, those blues and the bright yellow. I think the yellow is 726 DMC, but that blue, and so you can see up close how pretty that is. This is on 28 count wheat, and I don't know who that's by, but yeah, 726, and one of the pretty blues, 964. Isn't that beautiful? This one too is 993. So that's what really attracted me to that one. Okay, let's talk about another one I'm working on. Is, you guys know this one, and the next time you see it, it's going to be finished. I am that close to finishing. Stables at Hollyberry Farm by Stacy Nash. And that house is done. Yay! Yay, the whole house. I'll show it up close. Now I still have to put some flowers on the border. You can see the bare border, but that whole house is done. I worked on that in New York and I worked on it in Phoenix. Got that done. I love the border colors. I love everything about this. And next time you see it, you guys, it's going to be done. This is on 32 count Ren by Picture This Plus. And I will show it to you next time. All I have is a couple of motifs here and an alphabet in here, and that's it. I'll be done. It's so pretty. It's so fun to work on too. Okay, I also worked on Remember Me by Willow Hill Samplings. This one I told you before is in remembrance of my friend Rhonda, who passed away recently. She was in my Stitching 911 group on Facebook. This is the pattern here. It's hard to see, it's hard to read. It says, when this you see, remember me, for in my heart you'll always be. And so anyway, I decided to use Rhonda gifted me, before she passed away, she gifted me some Silks for You thread. They're an Australian-based, sorry it's so wrinkly. They're an Australian-based company and their silk is fabulous. It's beautiful. I think they have a Facebook group as well, but they're a great company. So this is my progress on Remember Me. And again, it's by Willow Hill Samplings. But this fabric really shows that the thread really good. I like that. I love how it shows up so clear and you can really read it. Okay, the last one that I worked on was Dutch Beauty by Permin of Copenhagen. This is that monster chart that I told you guys about. This is it here. And I am working up in this area here. I'll show it up close so you can see. I chose a darker fabric. The colors, I'm going with the called for colors. Two of them I've had to go a little bit either lighter or darker on because of the fabric. But here's my progress so far. I'm going to put the light up a little bit so you can see. Hopefully it stays. So it really shows up a little bit better with the light on it. So this is Ale, 32 count Ale. I am using DMC and I think it's coming out really pretty. I'm happy with the colors finally, and it took a while for me to accept the colors. Like I said, the yellow or the gold I really had to mess with because the called for was too bright. I keep telling everybody it looked like Ronald McDonald. It was Ronald McDonald yellow and it looked terrible on this fabric. So I had to go a little lighter, but still the same shade. And you can see the two animals at the bottom with the horns. So anyway, I think this is really pretty. I like how it's coming out. I'm happier now with the colors. And I'll work on this more for Sampler September. Okay, a couple of questions that I have from some viewers. I answered the question, how do you hear about retreats? How do you hear about stitch-alongs? I answered that. Someone asked, where can I find Octopus Garden by Blackbird Design? I'm going to show a picture of it here. Everywhere I looked, it is out of stock. So I'm hoping it comes back. However, Louise, I sent you a message. I hope you got it. And I did find it for you. Look at Etsy and put in King's Land Needle Art all together in the search. Don't put any spaces. King's Land Needle Art has a copy. So check them out on Etsy and hopefully you can get the Octopus Garden for yourself as well. Padma asked, could I have a Halloween chart parade? Now that sounds like fun. Yes, I will do that. Halloween Chart Parade. F&B Fab asked what fabric line are they using for the quilt of the month that I'm doing, Message in a Bottle. This is through Stitchin Heaven, and I'll put the information down below. They asked, now I'm getting these as a block of the month. So I'm getting 3 blocks a month. I finished this one. I'm currently working on the applique block here. She asked what fabric line. I don't know. I looked everywhere. I looked at the back here and what it says, and it just says scraps of fabric. It doesn't say. So my suggestion would be to call Stitchin Heaven, and I'll put their information below. It's an area code 903 number. Give them a call. Ask. They still have this information because I just called a few weeks back because I had some questions, and they still have all the information for Message in a Bottle. They can probably tell you what fabric line it is. Okay, let's talk about giveaways. Thank you so much to Erica from Black Cat Stitchery. Here's her information. She is located in Illinois. She's a wonderful cross stitch shop if you get a chance to go visit. I think she said she's open Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday, if I'm not mistaken. I think she's closed on Fridays. But Black Cat Stitchery, they are wonderful to order from. Check them out if you have questions or maybe some charts that you're looking for. She just sent me the market charts, which I'll show in a few minutes, that I ordered from the Needlework market that just occurred last weekend or 2 weekends ago. But anyway, Black Cat, thank you to Erica. She sent me a stack of paper pads, and it says things to do after cross stitch. So if you're interested in a paper pad, it's pretty thick. You've got a lot of paper here. If you're interested in winning a paper pad that says things to do after cross stitch, you're going to put paper down in the notes down below. Just in comments down below, just put the word paper. I'm interested in the paper pad. Just put that and you'll be entered to win. Now make sure and remember, do not say the word giveaway. Don't say free. Don't say anything like that. And you have to be 18 because I'm going to ask you for your address to mail these out. So again, this is a big stack of paper. If you're interested in the paper pad, just put paper down below. That's your keyword for today's giveaway. And I'm picking 8 winners. That's how many Erica sent me. 8 different winners are going to win one of these. So thank you, Erica. And again, you guys, I'm not just saying this because she sent these. I'm telling you, Black Cat Stitchery, they are so great to order from. I've ordered before and I like them. I'm not just saying that because she sent them for giveaways. So check her out. Let's talk about market. So we had Needlework Marketplace, which is just for designers and shop owners to buy charts for us to buy from the stores. So I will show you what I bought from Black Cat Stitchery. She got them in the mail right away. And this is the first one. Puntini Sweet Holidays. These charts always come with a button. So if you see in the back, here's my button. And here's my chart that I ordered. And this is the name of it. It's hard to see. Hopefully you can read that. Puntini. Puntini cross stitch charts. Isn't that adorable? I love the little candy that came with it. Okay, next I got the Blue Flower Moonlight Sampler. This is the one I showed before as a new release. It has all the animals that I just love. I'm going to show it up close. You've got an owl, you've got fireflies, a skunk, a fox, the possum. Here he is. The possum's over here. You've got a sloth, you've got a bat, a badger. It doesn't get any better than that. This is going to be started ASAP. Anyway, the Blue Flower by Moonlight, it's called Moonlight Sampler, the Blue Flower. It's just adorable. So I got that one. I got Life is Better Meow, Erica Michaels. It is both the strawberry pattern and the cat. You can do it either way. But here's what it's called, Life is Better Meow. Isn't that cute? Anybody with a black cat needs to stitch this. Krista. Autumn Berries, Erica Michaels. This is a popular one too. I love that little scarecrow. That's the one I'd like to do next after Bristol Berries. So, so cute. I love these little strawberries. I just recently got some felt and I got it from Benzie Designs, B-E-N-Z-I-E Designs on Etsy. It says, yeah, Etsy. And I got a whole bundle of really nice wool. So that way, if I do strawberries, I don't know if you can see the one that's sitting right there. You probably can't see the top of it, but I used wool felt on the top. So I got a big bundle sent right away from Benzie Designs on Etsy. Anyway, so that is what is probably used on the top of these berries here. I think that's just really cute. Next, Twin Peak Primitives, 1899's Christmas. I'm going to show it up close. Isn't that beautiful? I love the skaters. Every time I think of ice skating, I think of Priscilla Blaine, because she said she used to ice skate a lot. And she's with Stitching with the Housewives. They have a Flosstube and an Etsy shop, which you guys know. Anyway, that's 1899's Christmas. I also got You're My Home, and you guys know why, because of the dog and the cat. This is by Monticello Stitches. She is on Etsy. She has beautiful charts. You guys go check them out. They're just beautiful. And Jean is such a nice lady. I've talked to her before, and she's so nice. Anyway, I need to get this one done too. So when I finish Stables at Hollyberry Farm, this might be my next start. Either this one, or I got another Monticello Stitches a couple months back that I really like too, that I might start. Bristol Berries too. Now this, I think it was released recently. I can't remember, but how cool is that? I love those berries. Love it. That's by Erica Michaels. And then I got Bristol Berries. Oh wait, that was Bristol Berries 3. This one here is 3. This one here is 2. Aren't those beautiful? I would love to have a bowl, just like that's shown here, this bowl with berries all in it, just hanging out. I think that'd be so pretty. And I got me a paper pad. So thank you so much to Erica at Black Cat Stitchery. She sent me all of these. As soon as they came in, they were shipped. Okay, let's talk about new releases before we go. We have Marjorie Massey. She came out with both French and English versions of Noel and Christmas. And Marjorie Massey also came out with Sampler Folk Traditional. We also have Homespun Prims by Lori.com. So that's a website that if you are interested in this one, The Harvest I Grow. I think that's beautiful. Homespun Prims by Lori, Lori.com. Next, we had Nora Corbett. Here's the two that she just released. The purple one is called Witching Hour, and the green one is called Masked Mischief. These pictures are a little blurry. I was not able to find a very clear picture of either one of them. So check out online if you want a little bit better of a picture. Priscilla, I just mentioned her, Stitching with the Housewives. Tiered Tray Tidbit, House of Haunts. I love her designs too. Her and Chelsea, Priscilla and Chelsea. Hobby House Needleworks came out with a new one. Now they have a website, hobbyhouseneedleworks.com, Dasher and Dancer. This one's cute. I sure like that. And last but not least, my friend at Galleria Cross Stitch Design wrote to me. She has two, I thought she said she had 2 new releases, but I'm going to show one of them here called Agatha's Pumpkin. Now you guys might want to stay tuned to the next video because Elaine mentioned a possible giveaway. So let me tell you about this one. So this has the best story to it. I hope she doesn't mind. I printed it out. So Galleria Cross Stitch Design, Agatha's Pumpkin. The story of Agatha is that Agatha lived in the forest in a little hut not far from our house, and she had many woodland friends. Now, these are stories that her grandparents told her. Agatha's spider friends spun magical webs which caught dew sprinkled by the fairies, and she would show us these in our garden and in the woods after it rained. Agatha used the fairy dew as the main ingredient for her potions, which she created in her magic pumpkin, and the stories of her antics would always make us giggle. I love that story so much. So Elaine said that her mom now has 4 grandchildren. Each of them have been hearing the story. She says the stories have been retold many, many times, making Halloween a little bit extra special as we all hope to catch a glimpse of Agatha flying by on her broomstick. Is that the greatest story ever? I love it. So anyway, that's her newest release, Agatha's Pumpkin. I love it. Love the story behind it. Okay, again, giveaway from Black Cat. Erica, Black Cat Stitchery. I am going to choose 8 different winners, and I will mail these to you. If you're interested in the paper pad, your keyword is paper. All you do in comments below is just put that word and somewhere in your message to me in your comments, and I'll pick a winner. I'll pick 8 different winners through the random YouTube picker. I don't know why picker makes me laugh, but anyway, I'm getting sidetracked here. I will pick 8 different winners in the next video. I'll announce who you are, and I'm so thrilled that Erica sent these to us. Thank you so much. If you were the winners, Wanda Greer, AVS 84, you were the winner of Golden Birds from Rainbow Hedgehog on Etsy. Send me an email with your email address, of course. Just send me a message and I'll forward it to Anna to get you your charts. Thank you for joining me, you guys. Follow me on Instagram. I am 911 Stitcher, all spelled out in letters. And on Facebook, if you're interested in joining my group, it is called Stitching space number 911. There's 2 questions you answer, so I know that you're a stitcher. You're more than welcome to join. We have Zoom meetups on the weekends where everybody can stitch and chat. We have stitch challenges, and we have just a lot of fun in the group. So join us, and I will see you next video. Thanks, everybody.